G'day everyone, Andrew here, Real 4x4 Adventures, coming to you from the back of the car. Got a couple of new little purchases I'm going to have a quick look at. Got a crow in the background there making a bit of noise, so I'm sure you'll be picking that up. So I do have a set of MaxTrax, and I have been looking at options to carry them, whether it be on the roof or in the car for some kind of case. You'll see there they've been used and abused a little bit. So there are a couple of different options. Obviously the one I've gone here with is the King's Canvas Recovery Trax bag. They talk about it on their website that they do fit 4 MaxTrax, so I'll actually have a look there and see if my 2 fit in there nice and snugly. But look, with everything there at 4 Drive Supercentre, if you wait till there's a sale on, there's always a bonus. Enter the bonus. So one of the universal storage bags that we'll talk a bit about later. But look, the Recovery Trax canvas bag is the main focus here. It's made of 400 GSM canvas. The retail on 4 Drive Supercentre at the moment, I think they're about $50 odd or $49.90, something like that. I got mine with the storage bag there for $39.90, $40 odd, whatever it might be. So it often, if you're not in a hurry, it often does pay to wait for some kind of discount or bonus or bundling that they talk about. So what I thought we'd do, we'd have a look at the bag here for the Recovery Trax, or they'll be for my MaxTrax. Have a look at that, and then we'll have a look at this universal storage bag. So let's start by opening this here. I've got my little knife, give me just a second. Let's have a little look. So, just a little bit of tape there. Now, I will add just quickly, it was a much smaller box than I thought it was going to be. So let's have a look here. Again, for the price compared to some of the more expensive ones, the other ones have padding and all sorts of things in it. This one does not. As part of storage there, you've got a little silica thing there to stop moisture. Okay, so look, it's more or less as I'd expect. A couple of little threads there. What's in there? It's a little 12-month limited warranty. Not really too fussed about that. Look, it does pay to have a look and check out your gear when you get it from them. I've never had any issues, but I know a few people who have, but generally they're really good. If there's anything there from the manufacturer or from the manufacturing that isn't up to scratch, they'll swap it over pretty quickly. So as what I might do, I'm going to turn the video off for a second, and then we'll pop my MaxTrax in, and then we'll come back and have a look. So hang on just a moment. Okay, so here it is in the bag. I've left the zipper open a little bit there so you can see. Now mine are a little bit bent up, so I'd maybe struggle to get 4 in. But if they're not bent up, then I can easily see that 4 would fit in there. And there's other videos online that clearly show 4 in there. Now the zips do come all the way down to the edge here, so you can zip it right open, place them in, and away you go. The zipper feels quite reasonable. Handle there holds it all right. Yeah, look, with the 4 in there, I don't know how durable that handle will be, but again, for $39.99 and my little universal storage bag that I'll look in a second, I'm pretty happy with that. The big part for me was to be able to have dirty MaxTrax either in the car where it's not going to be messing it up. I'm not saying muddy, but mine are generally a little bit dirty at any given time, so it just keeps a little bit more dirt out of the car. The other thing that it does, bright orange MaxTrax are pretty obvious to anyone if they're on the roof or in the car. This kind of makes them just a little bit more subtle, that it could be some kind of random camping gear. So from a theft prevention, I'm hoping that that'll help as well. So let's now have a quick look at this universal storage bag. So let me just set this up for a moment. There we go. Just going to cut the plastic there. So comes in this little bag. Slide him out of there. So this is 280 GSM canvas, so a bit lighter than the Maxtrax bag. Look, again, I had originally planned on just buying the Recovery Tracks bag, but they did have this deal on and saw this and I was instantly intrigued. So a couple of things that it has the little sail track here, so it's compatible with most awnings, sides of caravans, potentially rooftop tents, etc. And you also have your quick release little clips here, which can be tightened and put around, whether it be poles on gazebos, poles on tents, on awnings, even on bull bars, on, depending on your back setup, potentially, you know, if you've got rear bars, there may be something you can attach that to. So you've got in here this big section here. You've then got a few outside pockets. So on the website there, they've got people using it potentially outside their swag or outside their rooftop tent, where you could put in maybe some thongs, bits and pieces, whether it be bug spray, a torch, things you want to access. You also have a couple of these little lightweight carabiners here. Again, if you have it hanging, from somewhere, whether it be off a gazebo, wherever it might be, you can have a couple of other items hanging from those little carabiners to access quickly, whether it be a torch or other little bits and pieces in those three pockets. Again, the Recovery Tracks bag was $10 cheaper than what it normally is, and it came with this, so I didn't have any massively high expectations. Look, it feels reasonably well made for the price. Again, you're talking $40 for both items. So with all that in mind, I'm pretty impressed. I'll have to get out and use them practically and see how they hold up. Look, again, I'm under no illusions. There are higher quality versions of these out there, where it's got padding and all kinds of good things and stronger materials, but for me, again, I don't plan on putting them in here muddy. It's more about being able to have them in the car and not resting up against things. And look, I don't know how the canvas will go there with the teeth there, but time will tell. But for me, they're not these bright orange come steal me looking items. They're a bit more subtle in there. So look, thanks for watching. I will, when I get out and use these, I'll be sure to give some updates, but at this stage, really happy. $40 for both, really can't complain with that at all. It's the King's Recovery Tracks bag. I've got my 2 Maxtrax in there. They sell off up to 4, which I believe mine are a bit bent up, so it might be a little stretch for me to do that. And then also their universal storage bag. Again, those main points there. It's got a sailing track, it's got the clips here, it's got the carabiners down the bottom, you've got an outside section and an inside section. Interestingly, there's a little rod in there to help, I guess, keep that closed. It's not zippable, so again, for me, for anything I'll be putting in, it's not a biggie, but for some people it might be. And those clips, they're definitely big enough to fit around most bull bar bars, getting gazebos, on awnings, and you've got the sailing track as well. So really happy with both purchases. Thanks for watching. If you've got any comments, pop them down below. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thanks a lot.